So what really makes a ruler powerful? Is it, kindness, honesty, or is it maybe something a bit darker,
Yeah.
something we don't always want to talk about?
Yeah, those are big questions, and they're definitely not new. Way back, early 1500s, there was this Florentine guy, Niccolò Machiavelli.
Ah, Machiavelli.
Right. He tackled these exact questions in this book that, well, it really shook things up back then. The Prince.
The prince, yeah.
Infamous.
Totally. And he wasn't interested in idealistic dreams of how leaders should act. Not at all. He was looking around Renaissance Italy, which was, chaotic, constantly shifting alliances, mercenaries everywhere.
A tough time.
Exactly. He was just meticulously watching, seeing what actually worked.
Yeah.
His book is about raw, real power, how you get it, how you keep it, and yeah, how you use it.
Okay, so that's what this deep dive is all about then. We're going to unpack Machiavelli's ideas, these maybe uncomfortable truths about what actually works in politics.
Moving past just simple right or wrong. Because he didn't just question things, did he? He sort of blew up conventional wisdom.
He really did. He presented this stark, unvarnished picture of power that people found pretty spectaculous.
And the idea is, by the end of this, you, listening, might see today's news, today's leaders, maybe with a different perspective, understanding the kind of hidden gears of power.
That's the goal. Because Machiavelli basically said politics isn't about being moral, it's about being effective, purely how to survive in a dangerous world.
And he had some really challenging ideas to back that up.
Oh, absolutely. Provocative stuff like his famous argument that a good leader, well, they need to be feared more than loved if they can't be both.
Wow, okay. Feared more than loved. That's a strong start. Why did he land there? What was so dangerous about being too loved?
Well, it boils down to his view of human nature and just the reality he saw. He thought love, well, it's fickle, isn't it? Conditional.
Right. People love you when things are good or when it suits them.
Exactly. It breaks easily if it's not in their interest. But fear of punishment, that's a much more reliable motivator. People are less likely to cross a ruler they're afraid of.
Especially if their own safety's on the line.
Precisely. In that volatile time he lived in, that kind of pragmatic control was, he thought, essential. For the ruler's survival, sure, but also for the stability of the whole state.
So reliability over emotion makes a cold kind of sense. And he didn't stop there, did he? He even said things we admire, like kindness.
Yeah, kindness could actually be dangerous, a liability.
Why? How could being kind be dangerous for a leader?
Because in his view, people just, well, they take advantage. If a ruler seems too nice, too forgiving, too generous.
They look weak.
They look weak, exactly. And that invites trouble, disloyalty, disorder. You might deplete your resources trying to be generous or just undermine your own authority. So his advice was be maybe frugal. Don't be overly generous, and punish decisively when you have to. Don't let yourself seem weak.
That really flips traditional leadership advice on its head, doesn't it? It's
Yeah.
not about being good. It's about being strategic, effective. He also had that famous analogy, the lion and the fox, that a leader needs to be both.
Yes, that's crucial. The lion and the fox, it highlights needing both overt strength and subtle cleverness.
Okay, break that down. The lion is...
The lion is the brute force, the
Yeah.
ability to spare off your enemies, defend yourself openly, raw power. You need that to deter threats.
Makes sense. And the fox.
The fox is the cunning, the cleverness. You need that to see the traps, the political schemes, the intrigue. Strength isn't enough if you walk right into an ambush.
Right, you need to be smart enough to spot the danger, not just strong enough to fight it.
Exactly. Recognize the trap, use your wits, maybe even deception to navigate it and stay in power. You need both sides.
Fascinating. So force and cunning. And he wasn't afraid to apply this logic in some pretty controversial ways, right? Thinking about loyalty, religion.
Yeah.
Even that phrase, the end justifies the means.
Oh, absolutely. For Machiavelli, a ruler had to be adaptable, ready to change their approach, their behavior, if it meant survival and keeping power.
So things like loyalty, or even appearing religious.
They weren't necessarily core virtues to live by, but tools. Tools to be used wisely for political gain. If you needed to be deceitful or break a promise, or maybe just look virtuous while doing something else entirely.
And that's what you do, if it maintains control.
That was the practical path, in his view. He made a very clear split between the ruler's personal morals and how effective they were at ruling.
Yeah, that's pretty chilling for a lot of people. It sounds like it strips away ethics entirely. So when he gets to the end justifies the means, is that just pure ruthlessness? Or was there deeper logic for him?
It was definitely rooted in pragmatism. It's the core of what we now call, real politics.
Real politics,
Yeah,
right. Practical politics based on circumstances, not ideals.
exactly. Politics driven by national interest, maybe harsh realities, rather than some moral code. Machiavelli looked around and saw that the rulers who succeeded, who kept their state stable, often used methods that were, well, morally questionable by traditional standards.
So he wasn't saying those actions were good.
No, not good in a moral sense, but maybe necessary. Necessary for the ruler, and by extension the state, to survive in a world where, frankly, idealism could get you killed or overthrown. The ultimate goal, the end, was the stability and security of the state. And that, for him, justified the means needed to achieve it.
It makes a certain kind of brutal sense, especially in a chaotic world like his. He just cut through all the niceties and said, look, power is a cold, hard game. Play it to win based on reality.
Precisely. He wasn't telling people how the world should be. He was describing what he saw was often required to actually succeed in it, a very stark, unvarnished look at power.
And the really striking thing, I think, is how much of this still seems relevant. You see leaders today in politics, maybe even in business,
Oh, absolutely.
whether they admit it or not. You can kind of see them using these ideas. It might not be pretty, but you get the sense it often works.
That's the enduring power and maybe the uncomfortable truth of the prince, isn't it? That core idea the world isn't always fair and winning often means playing smart, not, soft. That still echoes.
Yeah.
The book gives you this raw perspective on how power is really won and kept. Its effectiveness first, ethics maybe second or third.
So this deep dive, it really hammered home that unvarnished view.
Hmm.
Power isn't necessarily about being ethical. It's about what works, what
Yeah.
gets results.
And like you said, it's not just history. You see leaders, governments, corporations, they often operate on these principles. Pragmatism, results, those are highly valued. The prince just said it out loud. Play smart, not soft, because the world demands it. That idea is still shaping things.
So maybe the takeaway for you listening is next time you see a powerful leader making a move, ask yourself, are they being truly honest up front? Or are they just really, really good at playing the game Machiavelli laid out all those centuries ago?
Yeah, it might change how you see things.
Definitely gives you a different lens.
And keep exploring these ideas.